Hey there, welcome to my channel, Living in Calgary, Alberta. My name is Dean Martin. I'm a real estate agent here in Calgary. And in this video, I'm going to be going over my June 2022 Calgary real estate market update. In this update, I'm going to be going over all the main indicators to help you understand which direction the market's going to be going. And if you're a buyer, you may want to know if this is a good time to buy. I know a lot of people know that Calgary has been very hot as far as a seller's market this past year and actually 2 years. And now wondering if there's going to be a lull and if this is a good time to buy. I will also be going over some tips if you're looking to sell your home, if you are a homeowner in Calgary, and definitely be able to help you out with some information about, is this a good time to sell in Calgary? And again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I invite you to subscribe and of course hit that bell. That way you get updated on the very next video as soon as it comes out. So without further ado, let's get started right after this. All right, so let's take a quick overview of the market for May sales 2022. Actually, it was the second month in a row where sales have actually dropped a bit since our high in March. Now, keep in mind that even though the sales have dropped a bit, we're still at all-time highs. And so activity is still very strong in Calgary. Interest rates certainly going up are making a difference for some people that are maybe entering into the market and no longer can. I still am seeing a lot of people moving into Calgary from different provinces in Canada. For instance, Toronto and Vancouver and parts of BC where prices are significantly higher in those provinces, and we're seeing again those people are moving to Calgary, and as long as that demand stays very strong in Calgary, of course we're going to continue to see a lot of purchasing. So of course that's going to affect our supply and demand, which I'm going to get into here in a second. But overall though, all the units sold in Calgary was just over 3,000. Our residential price combined, if you add them all together, the average price was $546,000, which again is up 14.5% from year to year here. Our detached homes are very strong. Average price is $648,500. Semi-detached, $584,700. Row pricing, which is our townhouses, attached townhousing, is $363,300, and apartments again have gone up and they're at $275,300. One of the things that's really good to understand here is the months of supply. Again, this is still quite low, and so back to again, even though we have high sales and even better inventory, the supply market is still fairly low. Okay, so let's move on to the next slide. All right, this is a snapshot. If you look at Calgary and all the different zones, Calgary is kind of divided up into these 8 zones. Up in our north central part of Calgary, we have an average benchmark price of $513,000, again up just about 20% from year to year. Northwest Calgary, $582,500. West side of Calgary, $653,000. City Center is $595,600. South Calgary, $529,200. Southeast, $538,400. East side of Calgary, $339,700. And Northeast Calgary, $434,100. This gives you a good overview of Calgary as far as price range. As you can see though, in all sectors, we're seeing as high as 20% from last year increase. Okay, so let's take a look at the inventory and sales. This really tells us the best story of which direction the market is trending. And as we can see here, the beginning of the year, really actually since last fall, September, we've seen a steady increase in price. So this red trend line is our price, and the green is sales, and the blue is our inventory. So as expected in the beginning of the year, as we see pretty much every year, as inventory rises as we go into spring and summer. And what we're also seeing was an incredible amount of sales. And this is where in March we had a record month for Calgary. So the amount of inventory that is available still gives buyers choices, but it's still quite low comparatively speaking to other years where it's been a buyer's market. So again, we're heading closer to a balanced market, but still not there yet. So if you're thinking of selling, my tip to you is have a conversation with me. I'd love to chat with you. If you're looking to downsize or upsize, this is actually a good time to do that. So if you want to get an evaluation on your home, please reach out to me. You can, all my contact information is below. Just go ahead and either text me or call me. And of course, you can send me an email. I'd love to chat with you. And if you're a buyer and you're looking to purchase a home in Calgary, you're not quite sure which is the best neighborhoods for you and your family, let me know what you're doing and I can certainly give you recommendations. I've been in Calgary my entire life. I've been selling for 30 years now and have a lot of great insight on the communities that'll best suit your family. Okay, so let's take a look at the total months of inventory. I really like this graph because it really gives us a fairly good indication of, again, which direction the pricing is going and how active the market is. So the number of months are by these blue graphs here, and there are these blue bars. And as you can see, at the beginning of 2021, um, as these go up, that just means that typically the sales are slowing based on the amount of inventory. And so it's taking longer to sell all of the inventory. And when it's going down, it's actually there's the homes are actually typically selling faster and there's less inventory available. And so as we can see here, as this goes up, we usually see the prices start to decrease a little bit. And then as we saw last year and what I predicted in the spring was that it would probably go back down because there'd be higher demand because the buying season for fall again starts usually in September, October. And what was happening, all the inventory was getting eaten up by so many buyers wanting to move to Calgary. I still think this will still happen this year. Of course, we have to wait to see. What's going to make maybe a big difference is how much the interest rates will go up. Bottom line, though, is people need to live somewhere. And if you're in Toronto, again, which the market is adjusting huge there right now, a lot of people are choosing to, instead of living in Toronto or surrounding communities where the prices are very high, they're deciding to move to Calgary. I mean, a lot of people can work remotely, or again, their company's moving to Calgary and they can relocate here. So it's definitely a good choice. And again, we're seeing that. So I would say we'll continue to see this probably over the next few years, just because, again, until the prices are more level, there's such a big discrepancy on cost of living between these cities. Again, a lot of families just can't afford to live in Toronto or Vancouver or all those surrounding locations. So once again, this is just a great graph to give us a good indication of what's happening. And so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this graph is sales by price range. Again, this really gives us a good indication of the activity in each of these particular price ranges. Red is current year and yellow was last year. And again, you can see here, red is winning out in every category here, or each, well, I guess this one here, 400 to 499 is very similar. It's just slightly below. But again, these numbers are crazy for Calgary. There's just a huge amount of activity. And even on the luxury homes, over $1 million, very, very high amount of sales. So this really gives you, again, a good indicator of, again, price range in Calgary and the amount of homes that have sold. If you want to find out more about which price range and which communities best suit you, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. I've helped many people this year from these different provinces move into Calgary, and I can certainly help you as well. So once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, give me a like, and of course hit that bell, and that way you get updated on my next video. I'm going to be having some good videos coming out here in the next few weeks, and of course, I'd love to be able to share those with you. So again, I really appreciate you watching, and have a great day.